In the ideal society, you'll find happiness in whatever you choose to do. In Hypixel Skyblock, happiness finds you. Just this morning, a new Skyblock mayor was elected, and his name is Dante. Just like in real life, he's oppressing the public under the guise of economic restoration, even though we all know he's just as corrupt as the Americans. Despite his obvious lack of actual mayoral perks, somehow he managed to win the vote of every single Skyblock player ever. Even the emo ones, which is surprising since he's forcing everyone to be happy. What does that even mean? Honestly though, whoever his campaign manager was, I hope they get a raise. With Dante now in office, there are bound to be some dissenters who regretted their vote and want Dante gone, even though the goon he replaced Seraphine with says he'll be sticking around for a while. I guess the admins had no possible way to patch 80 people in Lobby 1 sending jury heads to the gods, so they conceded and instated a revolution, with ex-clerk Seraphine as the figurehead. As I'm sure you all know by now, you can vote for which actual Hypixel player you want to be the leaders of the revolution by going to the Dark Auction House and speaking to Seraphine. This is legitimately the most excited I've ever been playing this game, because let me tell you, even farming potatoes can't hold a candle to some good old-fashioned politically induced guerrilla warfare. And truth be told, I'd love to spearhead that conflict, which is why I'm here to tell you to vote Pandemic for the resistance leader. I'm so anti-Dante, I never learned how to do taxes because I knew there would come a time to revolt against them. Yes, I am financially stable, the cardboard box is simply a way of life. I want to demonstrate my allegiance to the cause by giving some examples of people who have voted for me, and want to show you why you should too. Here's Pandemic, a fellow Skyblock player who wants to dethrone the vile Dante just as much as you do.
Why should you vote for Pandemic? Unlike some Scorpius, he doesn't have to bribe you to vote for him. He promises to abolish the taxes and remove the goons that are protecting the public buildings. All should be able to enter whatever buildings they want, no matter what they wear on their heads.
Before I show you my other supporters, I want to draw attention to something that I think is unjust. Technoblade, master of the goons, is currently leading in votes for the rebellion leader. Do we really want someone who is 100% pro-goon to be our leader? Just keep that in mind when you're voting. Here's Point999, another supporter of the Pandemic campaign.
I voted for Pandemic because all of his interests are for the best of the Skyblock community, and all he wants to do is beat Dante. And he's a respectable leader.
Whew, I can almost hear the peer pressure in his voice. On that note, remember to vote Pandemic for the revolution leader. Thanks for watching, and if you do end up voting for me, maybe subscribe as well. I plan to make lots more long-form Skyblock content in the future, so yeah, subscribe to hear more bad jokes.